Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, I would like to submit my sincere greetings from Bonn, Germany to Hobart in Tasmania, Australia. I'm Roland Roesch and I serve as the Director of the Innovation and Technology Center at the International Renewable Energy Agency. I'm honored to speak to you at the World Wind Energy Conference today, where you will be discussing the symphony of renewables. I want to connect this topic with a call to urgently accelerate the deployment of wind capacity, which is at the heart of IRENA's analysis to achieve our climate goals. As IRENA Director General Francesco La Camera stated, IRENA, together with the COP28 presidency and the Global Renewable Alliance, jointly worked on a global pledge to triple renewable power capacity and double energy efficiency by 2030. The 2020s must be the years of action, where we challenge the status quo, innovate and put transformative solutions into practice. Tripling renewable capacity by accelerating deployment is not only beneficial and necessary from a climate perspective, it is a business case. Renewable deployment creates jobs, brings widespread socio-economic gains, and benefits from a drastic decline in costs of almost all renewable energy technologies over the past decade. Under IRENA's 1.5 degrees scenario, average annual additions of around 550 gigawatts of solar PV and 330 gigawatts of onshore wind power would need to be added from now till 2030. These two technologies represent about 90% of the annual new additions of renewable power capacity. Today, at the World Wind Energy Conference, among these technologies, we will focus on wind. Wind energy holds incredible potential to lead the way in the energy transition. The growth of onshore wind would reach nearly 7,820 gigawatt by 2050, a more than 11-fold increase from 2020 levels. To tackle climate change effectively, the world must aim for nearly 500 gigawatts of offshore wind power by 2030. To reach net zero emissions by 2050 and keep global warming below 1.5 degrees Celsius, we'll need an impressive 2,000 gigawatts of offshore wind. The electrification of end-use sectors and hydrogen for indirect electrification are the keys to achieving the goals set out in the Paris Agreement. But these changes require substantial additions to renewable energy capacity. Fortunately, renewable energy costs are rapidly decreasing, which is vital for a substantial energy transformation. In just over a decade, the cost of wind power has fallen significantly. Between 2010 and 2022, the levelized cost of electricity of offshore wind decreased 59% per kilowatt hour, from 19.7 US dollar cent to 8.1 US dollar cent, and the total installation cost dropped by 34%. In the same period, the global offshore wind capacity increased from 3.1 to 63.2 gigawatts. Onshore wind even exceeds this development. During the same time, the cost fell by 69%, from 10.7 US dollar cent to 3.3 US dollar cent per kilowatt hour. By 2022, the LCOE of new onshore wind project was 3.3 US dollar cent, 52% lower than the cheapest fossil fuel-fired option. Within 12 years, the global installed capacity grew fivefold. We must rapidly mobilize public and private finance. Annual average investment in renewable power generation must reach 1,300 billion US dollar over the period to 2030 compared to 486 billion in 2022. In total, cumulative investment in renewable power capacity will total over 10 trillion US dollar over the period from 2023 to 2030. We need substantial investments, especially in on- and offshore wind energy. Annually, we need additional 1.7 trillion to drive electrification and infrastructure projects. My point here is clear. Renewables are now the go-to option for new power generation capacity, outpacing fossil fuel in investments. These cost reductions are the result of improvements in technology and the growing maturity of the industry. Experience, standardization, industrialization, regional hubs and economies of scale are played a role. Clear policies on deployment have been crucial. At IRENA, we think that wind energy at the forefront of renewable resources. It offers vast untapped potential and is highly versatile with options like floating offshore platforms and coupling with green hydrogen, a crucial component of our global energy transition. The World Wind Energy Agency, with its mission to work for the promotion and worldwide deployment of wind energy technology, is an important enabler to harvest the potential of wind energy. I would like to extend my regards on behalf of IRENA, and I wish you all a successful conference. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to speak at the conference, but I'm not there. All the best.